Marvin. So today we're going to do grade 12, paper 1, 2022, question 1 only. So okay, first question, this is solve for x. I mean, all the question is solve for x. So okay, here what we have to do is to check the equation. This equation is a quadratic, but a unique quadratic without a c, which is a constant. So okay, what can we do here? We can just take out the common factor. And then we need to say either the first term is equals to 0 or the second term, which is x minus 6, is equals to 0. And then we know that the first one is x is equals to 0 or x is equals to 6. Like, you can take this negative 6 to the other side. That's why it's x is equals to 6. So okay, let's go and do 1.1.2. Sorry, 1.1.2. So this one, they said same thing, solve x, but you have to correct to 2 decimal place. So if they say correct to 2 decimal place, you need to use a quadratic formula. Quadratic formula which says x is equals to a negative b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. So okay, here you need to know that our a value is what? Is the coefficient of x squared, which is 1. Then our b value is the coefficient of x, which is 10. And then our c is the constant, which is 8. So I'm not gonna solve this one, you just need to plug in the numbers and do the rest. Now we're going to do 1.1.3. so for this one, it's an inequality, so this thing is already factorized. So it's 1 minus x into x plus 2 is less than 0. So okay, you're going to say either the first term is what? Less than 0, or the second term, which is x plus 2, is less than 0. So okay, here you need to do what? You need to solve the first one. So it's going to be, okay, 1 minus x is less than what? 0. And x plus 2 is less than 0. So okay, now we can take out 1 to the other side. So it's going to be negative x is less than negative 1. Oh, sorry, it's less than negative 1. So okay, or x is less than negative 2. So okay, here you need to divide this thing by negative, this one, you need to divide it by negative 1. So okay, the final answer is going to be negative, it's going to be x is greater than 1. The reason why now this thing is changing is because we are dividing by negative, so it has to change. Okay, so we are not done. This thing, we can represent it in a graph. Yeah, we can represent this thing in a graph. So I don't have a proper thing to write, but I think I will use this whiteboard. So okay, let me erase this. So since there is -2, it's -2 and 1. Okay. -2, -2, it's here, -2, and then 1 is here. So okay, let's go and check our graph again. Our graph, if you check something, if you multiply this one, -x, and +x, is going to be what? -x, meaning our graph is a set graph. So we need to come here. Here, don't forget it's -2, here it's 1. So a set graph, meaning our graph is going to be like this. Okay guys, I hope you will understand. I'm just using my mouse, I don't have a notepad. So this is the shape of the graph. So okay, let's go to the next question. The next question, okay, the next question is set. Okay, we're going to solve for x here. So for this one, you need to take out the square root, and in order to take out the square root, you need to square it. But you have to know that when you square something, you have to square it both sides. Especially in this case, you have to square both sides. So we are going to say brackets, and then square root of x plus 18 to the power 2 is equals to x minus, okay, sorry, it's equals to x minus 2 to the power 2. Okay, it's going to be 18 is equals to, okay, now let me simplify this thing. X to the power 2 minus 4x plus 4. So now we need to collect the like terms. So it's going to be x squared minus 5x minus 14. I think, yeah, it's minus 14 here. So okay, wait, it's equals to 0. So we need to factorize this thing. So to factorize this thing is going to be x minus 7 and then x plus 2 is equals to 0. So okay, here we're going to say conclude now. X is equals to what? 7, or our x is equals to -2. So okay, for this one you need to verify it, because not all the values are going to satisfy this equation. So okay, let's check with 7. If we plug 7 here, it's going to be 25. So the square root of 25 is 5. 7 minus 2 is what? Is 5. So 7 satisfied the equation. So okay, let's go to -2. -2 plus 18 is what? Is 16. Square root of 16 is 4. Here is going to be -2 minus 2 is going to be -4. 4 is not equals to -4. So this one is not applicable. This one, it's not applicable. So our value is what? We need to conclude by saying our value of x is what? Is 7. You can say, oh sorry, you can say therefore our value is what? Is 7. I hope you understand this one. So okay, now we're going to simultaneous equation. Okay, this one, in order to solve this one, you must first identify the simplest equation. The simplest equation is what? Is this one. If you start by this one, it's going to be complicated to make a subject of the formula. So let's start by this one, a linear equation. So we need to make y the subject of the formula. You can also make x, it's going to work, but y for this one, I mean, to me is a good approach. So I'm gonna make y the subject of the formula, which is going to be 3 minus x. Sorry guys. So this I'm going to rename it equation 3. So this one, sorry, I didn't rename this one. So this one I'm gonna rename it to equation 1. This one I'm gonna rename it equation 2. So okay, now I'm gonna say substitute equation 3 into equation 2. Okay, so I'm gonna substitute equation 3 into equation 2. So it's gonna be 2x to the power 2 plus 4x, then substitute 3 minus x, then minus 3 minus x is equals to 15. So okay, now I need to simplify this thing. It's going to be 2x to the power 2 plus 12x minus 4x squared minus 3 plus x is equals to 15. Okay, let me check. Yeah, it's correct. So now we need to collect the lactams. So it's going to be 2x to the power, no, it's going to be negative 2x, because this and this is the lactam, this one and this one is the lactam, so it's going to be negative 2x to the power 2, then plus what, plus 13x minus 18, if I'm not mistaken, but I think so. This one is going to come in. Yes, correct. So okay, here we need to do what? We need to divide by negative 1. So it's gonna be 2x squared minus 13x plus 18 is equals to 0. So now I need to do what? I need to factorize. So to factorize, this one is gonna be 2x this side, and then here is gonna be negative and negative. So here is gonna be negative 9. Here is gonna be 2. So okay, let me check. 2x times 2x times x is gonna be this one, and this one is gonna be negative 4x, and negative 4x minus 9 is going to be negative 9x is going to be negative 13x. So this and that, again, this is the correct equation. So now x is equals to what? X is equals to 9 over 2, or x is equals to 2. So I'm not done. We need to substitute this value in equation 3. So equation 3, let me take this one and put it here. So equation 3, first I'm gonna take this one, 9 over 2. So it's gonna be y is equals to 3 minus 9 over 2. Okay, I don't have a calculator, but okay, let me try something. So here is gonna be it's gonna be 6 minus 9 over 2. So this thing is the same as negative. This thing is the same as negative 3 over 2. Okay, so now we need to substitute the second one, the second value. So it's gonna be, okay, let me write or, no, not or, and. So it's gonna be y is equals to 2, no, sorry, it's 3 minus 2. So which is what? Let me put it here, and y is equals to 1. So this thing is the coordinate. Our x value is, sorry, our x value is gonna be 9 over 2 and what, and negative 3 over 2, negative 3 over 2, and then another coordinate is 2 and 1. So this is the coordinate that acts simultaneously to this equation, both of them. So